welcome back to Culinary Undertaking. Thanks for watching. And remember, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now today, I'm going to show you guys how to make garlic shrimp. So I've got 2 pounds of shrimp here, and they still have their tails and their shells on. So we're going to have to take those off. But I'm going to show you how to make sort of 2 things today. So I'm going to show you how to make the garlic shrimp, but we're going to save the tails and the shell. We're going to put those into a little pot, and then we're going to put the shrimp into a little bowl. So I'll show you how to do that. And these come split down the middle already, so they've already been deveined. So you just grab the tail right there, give a little pinch, and it pops right off. And then you're just left with the nice little shrimp. Now I don't know the count on these shrimp. I know usually shrimp are sold by the count. But this bag, when I bought it, it just said large shrimp. It didn't give a number for me. But any size is really going to work to make this shrimp. So, you know, find the size that you like or what's on sale or whatever and go with that one. And so these are real simple. Now if you get one that still has a little vein in there, just rinse it off. Or if you get one that's bad, throw it out. But we're just going to separate the shells from the shrimp here. And the ingredients for this today are going to be super simple. Once we put this in the skillet, I've got some butter, some garlic, and some cilantro. We're going to throw that together. So this comes together really quick. Shrimp doesn't take very long to cook. So this is a quick weekday meal to make if you want. And I had other plans. I was going to do a different video with the shrimp, but it's 112 today and I'm not going outside messing with the smoker today. It's just too hot. So we'll leave the other shrimp for another day. So today we're just going to clean these up. And if you get a little black spot, don't worry. That's not really anything bad. I mean, I'm going to pick it off just to show you. But, you know, it wasn't part of the vein or anything like that. So it's still good. But anyway, so clean your shrimp, separate them, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with each one of these. And as soon as I'm done with this, we'll move on to the next step. And now our shrimp is done. So I've got the shrimp here. I've got the shells and the tails in my little pot right there. We'll just set those aside for now. And then to go with our garlic shrimp, I've got some garlic. I've got some cilantro. That's about 1/3 of a cup. You know, I just grabbed a handful of it, twisted it off, and rinsed it off. So that's what I've got. Now, if you don't like cilantro or you don't have cilantro, you could substitute whatever you want. You could put some parsley in here. I'm sure it would be fine. But a little bit of green, I think, does go well with this. So try to find some sort of fresh green to throw in there. And then I've got some garlic. I use as much or as little garlic as you want. That's how much I'm using right there. I made this a few days ago, and this worked out just about right. So there's nothing too complicated here. We're just going to take our garlic and just kind of slice it up like this, and then I'll mince it a little bit more. Now if you have a garlic press, you could always use one of those. I have one, I just didn't want to get out and mess with it. I figured I'd show you how to do it by hand. So there I've got it just sliced up, so now I'm just going to take the knife and just kind of run it through here and get it minced up so it's smaller. And there's nothing to this. So there's our minced up garlic. Now we're just going to do the same thing with our cilantro. We're just going to chop that up into nice small little pieces there. Give that a nice little mincing up. Mincing up, I don't know if that's a word. And that's all there is to that. So we have our chopped up cilantro, our minced up garlic, and our shrimp. Now I've got a 1/2 stick of butter. That in there. Now I'm on medium heat. I know on this burner, on this stove, if I put it on number 4 on here, I mean, I can fry eggs on there, I can brown up meat, I can do whatever. So 4 on this one is where I'm going to be, and that's just medium heat. I'm not trying to scorch anything. So while that butter melts, I'm going to move the camera to give you guys a better angle of what I'm doing here. So I'll bring you right back over and we'll get this all put together. So as you can see, our butter is melting. Now I don't really need the butter for this with this nonstick skillet because I know my shrimp won't stick to there. But mostly I want the butter in there as it's more of a vehicle to get the garlic flavor all through the shrimp and everywhere. So that's mostly why I'm using it here. So now we're just gonna put our shrimp in there. In there. A little salt and pepper. And then mostly you just kind of keep the shrimp moving around. Now while we're waiting on that to come along, I'll add the garlic and the cilantro here a little bit later once the shrimp's cooked a little bit. So while that's going, now we're just going to take our little shells and our tails and put some water in here. I'm not going to measure the water. So I'm just going to fill it up, make sure that, there's enough water to submerge all those little guys. We're going to add some salt to that. And don't be shy with the salt. I'm going to put that on kind of a medium-high heat. I just want it to just come up to kind of like a low boil in there. Maybe like a high simmer sort of a thing. And mostly just put it out of the way. Don't babysit it. You don't have to worry about it. Don't let it boil over. But I'm not timing it or doing anything like that. Just let it go. Now once that's done, once it's boiled and you finish your shrimp and you've done other things you need to do, just turn this off, let it cool down. Then you're going to strain it. And I strained it into a mason jar. And so you get all those pieces out of there. So you just have the liquid left. And then you've got a really nice shrimp stock to use later. So if you're making things like gumbo or fish soup, or later you want to make some other dish with shrimp in it, like a shrimp stir fry, you can add a little shrimp stock to that while you're cooking it. So it's just something nice to have. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I made this the other day, and so that's what it looks like. And unlike chicken stock and beef stock and stuff that I made, there's no real fat in here, so you don't get that layer of solidified fat on the top. But as you can see, there's no little bits and chunks in there. So if you don't want to, don't do it, but it's a nice use of those little tails instead of just throwing them in the garbage. So our shrimp is coming along. Now as it starts to turn opaque, I'm going to let it go just a little bit more and then throw the garlic and the cilantro in there. So this will come together relatively quick. It won't take long. Alright, so as you can see here, our shrimp is getting fairly done. It's still got a little ways to go, but at this point we're going to go ahead and put our garlic in there. And the cilantro, get that in there. And then from here on, just keep an eye on it. I'm going to get some tongs so I can stir that up a little bit better and make sure everything's evenly dispersed in there. But just keep an eye on it, and when it's done, kill the heat and you're ready to go. Alright, so it's only been a few minutes later. You can tell the shrimp is cooking really quick. It's coming together. Like I say, just keep it moving, make sure it doesn't burn. But they're all turning nice and pink and opaque right there. So it's just about done. And as you can see, our shrimp tails, even though it hasn't quite come to a boil yet, they're turning red. So they'll be just like the shrimp. They're going to turn color as well. And I don't really time that or anything. Just let it boil for a little bit, and you're tired of messing with it, turn it off. Let it cool down and put it into a jar, and you're all set there. So while this is finishing up, it's basically done. And obviously if you wanted to add anything else in here, you could. You could put some pepper flakes in here. You could put some cut up fresh peppers in there. You could probably put some mushrooms in there, some onions, whatever you want. I'm just making just a simple garlic shrimp for you today. And it's really good. And my kids love this because they don't like stuff spicy like I do. So they like this because there's nothing hot in it at all. So they like it a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. I'm gonna give it a minute to cool down. I'm gonna move the camera one more time and then we're gonna taste it. But I can't wait. Ooh. Mmm. Cooked just the right amount of time. It's not chewy. It's really tender shrimp. And that butter and that garlic that's in there. Oh. Put this over some pasta, maybe over some rice. This is a dish worth trying. So if you like shrimp, you like garlic, give this a try. So if you try it, let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.